Okay, today I'm going to be giving a quick walkthrough of how to posterize an image, and then also how to go into the different value levels and how to replace those colors if you wanted to work, using a different color scheme or something like that. So here's the image. This is one I worked on earlier. I'm going to go ahead and walk through all of the steps. So I'll just go ahead and open up the original image that I received. I was working on for someone. So first up, you just need to check, make sure things are the right size. So this image was meant to be 8 by 10. So you can just go to image, image size, verify that it is 8 by 10 inches, 300 pixels per inch. Pretty good for our purposes. So the reason that there's a white bar here is that the artist who sent this to me um, wanted the image to be a little bit wider without stretching it or losing the information on the top and the bottom. So that's just there as kind of a placeholder. So it really shouldn't affect anything that we do today, um, other than when we get into the levels adjustment in the value information. But all right, so let's go ahead and get started. So first up, we want this, the individual that we are working with wanted this to be monochromatic. Um, so we'll go ahead first up and just go to image mode and select grayscale to get rid of the color information. There we go. So now you can see there it is, black and white. But you can see that it's all kind of muted. There's a lot of information in the midtones, and we want to up the contrast a little bit. So there's a couple ways you can go about doing this. The easiest would be to go to image, auto tone, auto contrast. It's just not going to do the job here. We want a little bit more punch between our different values here. So I'm going to go to image, adjustments, and then select levels. And it pulls up this little dialog box, and as you can see, you have this graph. And what this is showing is on this side, you have the shadow information indicated by this little upside down, I guess maybe it's just a little triangle indicator, whatever you call it. So this is showing all the shadow information. You can see there's quite a bit because there's some nice darks. And then this is the midtone. And all of these can be used as sliders. You can click these and adjust them, but you can see that there's a lot of information in the shadow and the midtone area. And then you have this large gap as you come over to where the highlights are being indicated. And we have this big spike, probably because of this white line that we have added to the composition. Again, not a big deal, but you have this huge gap where there's no information. So what we want to do is we want to click on this highlight slider indicator and just bring it over until we hit where we start seeing this uptick of visual information. So that looks good to me. So we're just going to move it right just past that edge. You can move it. Looks perfect to me. Now hit OK. So now you can see we have much greater contrast, which is going to play better when we get into the actual posterization of the image itself. Okay. Again, we have two different options on how to go about posterizing. I would say the easiest is to go into image adjustments, select posterize, and here you have direct control over how many levels, meaning how many different values are present within the image. So it's really simplifying the image. We use this in a self-portrait project that we do with my students. So here, yeah, just to change it, typically with that project, we're working with a five-step value scale, and you can count it off here. So I changed it to 5. You can count the values. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then black being 5. So that's fine. It usually does an okay job. I actually do prefer to do it a different way. So the other way, the second way you can do it is go to filter, filter gallery. Oh, filter, this filter gallery. This is just the last filter that you use. So that's like the default, whatever you did last. So I'm going to go down to this second filter gallery with the 3 dots next to it. And this will actually open up a lot more options for us here. So you can zoom out to see your total image. There we go. And then, yeah, if it wasn't selected already, cutout works okay, or poster edges is typically what I go with. And then rather than selecting how many levels are directly, use this posterization slider. So 0 indicates that it's only 3 values, which is not going to work for our purposes. Typically, we use 5, like we said, so scooch it up to 1. That gives you the 5 value scale. Okay, and you can just, so really whatever works best for whatever project that you're working on. So if cutout gives you a better result, then go ahead and use that. Or if that original posterization from that main menu, the adjustment menu, is better, go ahead and use that. It's really, whatever works best. So I'm going to use the poster edges, although the cutout does give a nice bit of contrast in the hair. So select whatever you like, hit OK. And then to this point, I'm going to go back to this other one that I did earlier and talk a little bit about how to replace the color now. So I'll close this guy out. We don't need that. Okay, so now from here, to replace the color, so rather than having just grayscale, first up we've changed this image to just black and white, just grayscale. So we need to move that. So this is what it was. And then now we need to change it, go image, mode, and move it back to RGB color or CMYK, depending on what your needs are. And now we can add color to it. If before, I can just show you here, if it wasn't grayscale, see down here, I can select a color, but no matter what I do, it's just, that was meant to be blue and it's gray. So I'll just go back in time. So in order to add color back into this image, we need to change the format, the mode of the image to accept it. So I'm just going to select RGB color. It's going to work fine for what we're doing today. Okay, so now from here, if you wanted to, the artist indicated that he wanted the white and the black to stay as is, but then to adjust the 3 gray tones. So we have this one, and this one to be more of a bluish hue. So the way that we would go about selecting those individually would go to select, and we're going to select color range. And here, this gives you, it's nice that it gives you a little preview. Make sure that you have it selected that you do get the preview, because I think it's very helpful. So here we go. Down here, we can use our little eyedropper, and we're going to select this second lightest tone. So you just click that, and as you can see, it selects all of that information that is present in this image. So go ahead, hit OK. And it pulls that up, and you can see it's all selected. So from here, there's a couple different options. I think the easiest way to go about this would be to just go ahead, select your color. So we're working in blues. I'll just use my swatches over here just because it gives you a nice scale that we can work with. So let's go ahead and use this one as our number 2 value. And then I would just select the brush tool over here and then just give yourself a nice big brush. Make sure your opacity is at 100, flows at 100. And then really all you have to do is just go around. I mean, you can make your brush huge and just really go for it. And just make sure you get all of the areas that were selected for that value. Okay. So from here, we can go to select, deselect, and you can see that first number 2, we'll call it the number 2 value, is now a light blue. So let's go ahead and replace the third value, that mid-tone. So we'll go to select, color range, and this time we're going to use our little eyedropper to select this mid-tone. You can see it's all selected here. Hit OK. Okay, we'll go back to our color picker, and this time we'll use the next darker blue within that same color family. So from here, you just use you already have your brush tool selected. You can go ahead, just make sure you fill it all up. Select, deselect, and we're almost there. We got one more to do. So again, we're going to select color range. We'll pick this number 4, the darkest of the gray values. Hit OK. Come over to our color selector, and we want this darker value here. Hit OK. Make sure your brush tool is selected. Go ahead, lay that in. and select, deselect. And you're good. So really from here, if you wanted to, if you weren't happy with this color, you could just go back through those steps using that select color range tool. And then just kind of going, playing with it until you were happy with for what you're using your image for. So that's really how to do that, the posterization and the how to adjust the color within that. So just go ahead and end the video there. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Bye.